Shalom. Whoops, right here. Let's see if that works. Shalom. This is Truth is Everlasting, Lion's Den. I am Yahweh Sop. I camp out with Lion Den, Hawan Ben Yashawada in Jacksonville, Florida. But first I have to give a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the Akims, to the women and children around the world in Paleo-Hebrew language. Kal Halayim La Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashem Ha-Rokah Kodash Mahama, in the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit, holy, and in truth. Double honors to the 144,000 chosen elect. Double honors to the apostle of GMS. Double honors to the apostle of Lion Den's camp. Salutation to the Akims who are on the four corners of the earth. And to the women and children, Shalom. Okay, well, this video popped up, and the Spirit moved me to do a lesson with it. It says here, Black America, state of emergency. Why don't you move this up here? The urgent call for global black unity. Well, we're not into black unity, right? Matter of fact, we are not black. We are different shades of color. But, you know, we know that the wicked Edomites use that term a lot to, number one, to be disrespectful, and number two, to keep convincing two-thirds, which they're going to be convinced anyway that they are black, to keep them in that they are black, right, and wicked, right, because the word black means dark, evil, right, and white means pure, okay? And saying that also, this video, you know, they want Africa and Caribbeans and everyone around the world of dark skin and Latinos as well, you know, to unite, okay? And, you know, protest and all that kind of stuff. But I let it play it. The title of this lesson that I have put, the Spirit moved me to put, so-called Black America, right? Hide me from my enemies. So, I'll play some, and then we go into scripture. Here we go.
The National Urban League has released its 2025 State of Black America report, which includes alarming data on issues affecting Black Americans. The report warns, quote, the federal government, at the direction of the White House, has set fire to policies and entire departments dedicated to protecting civil and human rights.
My people, the alarms are ringing. The National Urban League, one of the oldest and most respected civil rights organizations in America, has declared a state of emergency for Black America. And guess what? Almost no one is talking about it. They didn't call it a warning or a prediction. They declared an emergency. Why? Because rights that we thought were secure are being rolled back. Voting rights restricted, diversity programs dismantled, Black history erased from classrooms, and unemployment, the highest of any group in the country. But here's the thing. While Black America is declaring a state of emergency, Black Africa has been living in a state of emergency for decades, even if no one dares to call it that. From rising unemployment to crushing debt to the front lines of climate change, the challenges are real. That's why this state of emergency is also our chance to do what's never been done before. Stand together and respond as a unified force. So today we're breaking it down. What's in this new State of Black America report? Why the League says this moment is more dangerous than anything we've seen in past years. And most importantly, what it means, not just for Black America, but for the entire Black world. Because if history has taught us anything, is this. When Black America is in crisis, the diaspora is in crisis. Before we get into it, please do me a favor and subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell for alerts, and consider joining our membership community for more. All right, now let's get into it.
Mark, great to have you with us this morning. Looking through this report, there are alarm bells throughout. Walk us through the gist of what all Americans should know about what your group has found.
Well, Errol, first of all, thank you for having me this morning. Context is important. For a 70-year period, America has made great strides to make democracy full and complete for every American. African Americans, women, Latinos, and Asians, and others have made great strides to move into the economic and social mainstream of America. Much of that effort has been supported by federal policies, government policies, including agencies of the government, the Department of Education, the Civil Rights Division, the EEOC, that have ensured an enforcement of this fairness. In the last literally 6 months, we've seen a dismantling, the closing of the Department of Education, in effect, change in the mission of the Civil Rights Division to become an agency that simply retaliates against political enemies, the freezing of civil rights cases against corrupt police departments and police officers are just examples, and then add to it the big ugly bill, which is going to strip away healthcare education to so many people. These are
Okay, let me just stop it there. These are people that don't really care about the truth of history, number one, and the truth of Yahweh Bashin Yashar, the true living God, right? The true King of Kings, Lord of Lords of heaven and earth, right? So they're going to keep insisting that the solution to the problem is that we all unite together, right? And demand, protest, right? And that's going to be the solution to the problem. Unfortunately, that's not true, right? I guess what they are not really talking about, that even in Africa, they are already using the, what's it called that? The digital ID, right? So this is what we got to keep focus our eyes on the truth with scripture in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. The digital ID is global, number one. Number two, the world as we know it, right, that they call so-called America, is going bye-bye. They're bringing in the new world order, whether you like it or not. The Edomites are bringing this because this is the hand of Yahweh Bashin Yahshai who's doing this, okay? The true God of heaven and earth is going to remove the kingdom, this wicked kingdom, off the face of the earth, and anyone around the world that loves the belief system of, which is going to be 2/3 of our people, right? So everybody wants to keep holding on to what America used to be, right? That we can make it great again, that we can make, by uniting, make it better for us. No. As long as the Edomites and heathens are in power, okay, this world is not going to be great, number one, and it's going into destruction, okay? So I want to go to Psalm chapter 143, verse 9 and 10. Deliver me, O Yahweh, from my enemy. I flee unto thee to hide me. Verse 10. Teach me to do thy will. See, they're not doing that. They're not doing the will of Yahweh Shem Yahshai. For thou art my God. Thy spirit is good. Lead me into the land of uprightness. Right? Of righteousness, okay? As much as that Africa has more wealth, right, than America, and that we came from over there because we had to hide. We went from Israel and escaped, and we went to Africa. Some of us left Africa and came to America earlier, which is 10 tribes, right? Starting with Ephraim, the head tribe. And the rest stood behind, which, later on, as you know, They were kidnapped, okay, by Africans, and so, right, so they can be brought to so-called America. Okay. I want to go now to Song 27. That's a come that I want to teach the truth, history, in the schools anymore, because more and more truth is coming out of the woods, you know, and they don't want that. Verse 5. For in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. Woo! Right? And that's going to be the chariots, which we're hoping and praying that the 3i is exactly that chariot, right? That's getting ready. So when Yahweh tells Yahweh and the host of angels it is time, it comes on and get us. Remember, no matter where we went in the past, in history, everyone wants to keep us, the so-called Negros, Latinx, and speckled birds, slaves, everywhere around the world. History has already written that. It's not going to happen no more. Right? Those who are woke up to the truth of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai are not going to follow that route or play that game. Verse 6, and now shall my head be lifted up above my enemies round about me. Therefore will I offer in his tabernacle sacrifice of joy. I will sing, yea, I will sing praise unto Yahweh. Right? So this is what they really want to stop us from doing. You know, around the world. Hey, look, come over here. You know, we give you better education. We'll pay you more. You know, you have your own land, no taxes, blah, blah, blah. Right? Vanity. When you really look at everything that they're offering, it's nothing but vanity. Because without truth, without Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai, everything that's material means nothing in this wicked world. Okay? So we want Yahweh Shai to come back. And the only way that's going to happen is for us to do his will and sacrifice, just like he did for us. We do for him, so he can come back and remove those who are in power. Right? Remove the blessing of the sword also from the Edomites, and remove their wicked kingdom from the face of the earth. Okay, it's not only in America, they're all over the world. You see? Song 64. Give me a minute. Chapter 64. I just finished studying. I was tired, but when I saw the spirit, you know, got energized. I said, okay, I got to do the lesson. Verse 1. Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Woo! Right? You know, we have so many enemies, we don't know all of them. Some of them even look like us. Some of them are our own people. You see? So we need Yahweh Shai to help us, to protect us. Right? Verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. You see? From the insurrection of the workers of iniquities. Verse 7. Let me jump there. Give me a minute. But Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Okay? So, you know, when I say enemies and I say the Edomites, remember, the Catholic, the popes, right, who has much of the books of the Bible, thinking and believing that because they went, robbed, raped, and they lied our people and stole the rest of the books, that because they have read it and have a, how can I put it, have a bigger picture of the rest of the information that we don't have, right? Yahweh Shem Yahshua said, no problem, right? I give you these books for you to read, and I will guide you with the truth. You see? So, in other words, what I'm saying is that no one in power around the world, African, Colombian, Venezuelan, Edomites, Russia, China, you name it, can stop or change what Yahweh Shem Yahshua said, and when he called his people to wake up and do his will in his name. Okay? Song 17? Yeah, let me go there. Chapter 17, verse 8. Keep me as the apple of thy eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. That's like, again, the chariots and the angels, right? Verse 9. From the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies, who compass me about. Yeah, they're all over the world, okay? They want to see who will chase the bag, right? Who will run after the material things of this wicked world, right? And give the finger to the true living God, Yahweh Shem Yahweh, right? Nope, no thank you. Song 32, Slakia. Give me a minute. I gotta do this. 32. Let's go to verse 7. Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from the trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. Yeah, even right now in Puerto Rico, okay, which where my family comes from, even though we from so-called America, but we escaped, half of us, right, from the tribe of Iowa and went to Puerto Rico and called ourselves Taínos. Even in Puerto Rico, right, they're doing the same thing that Africa, Venezuela, right, Colombia, right, Cuba, all what they do is the same thing, you know. Reject the Edomites, but hey, we're promoting that digital ID. Oh, well, then, what's the difference, right? What is the difference? No, we want Yahushua to come back and remove wickedness from the face of the earth, you know? They're over here talking about, I've been keeping track with the history of Puerto Rico, and they talk about the history, but they show our people, which is AI doing it, by the way, what they're worshiping, you know, and how they have these statues, these trees, you know, and they're calling these are their secret worshipers. Come on, man. That's how come we got screwed, right? I want to go now to Song, so I have to think for a moment. Song chapter 91, verse 1. He that dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Verse 2. I will say of Yahweh, right? He is my refuge. He is my fortress, my God. In him will I trust, right? Verse 3. Surely he shall deliver me. surely he shall deliver thee from the snares of the fowlers and from the noisome pestilence. Right? It's not going to be no other country that's going to save us and protect us. They never did in the past. And there's an old saying, if you don't know your history, it will repeat itself. Verse 4, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wing shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. You know, I'm happy for Africa that you're achieving, growing, right? But you have done wickedness to our people, okay? And this will be something that you will have to pay back when Yahweh Shai comes back, okay? I want to jump to verse 7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come near thee. Verse 8. Only with thy eyes shalt thou behold, and see the reward of the wicked. Woo. Right? Let me keep going to verse 9. Because thou hast made Yahweh, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. Verse 10, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come near thy dwelling. Verse 11, for he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. Woo! Verse 12, they shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou shalt dash thy foot against a stone. In other words, it ain't going to happen. Once those angels are sent to grab you and protect you, no harm will come to us. Verse 13, thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion, and the dragon shalt thou, where am I? Give me a minute. Shalt thou trample under feet. You know, when that happens, that's when we get the spiritual power in the new body. We can't do nothing like that now. Not in this body, right? We have to wait for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to come back and give us a new body and spiritual power. I only can hope and pray that I'm one of them, because he's only coming for 144,000 chosen elect, which is going to be all men, and 1/3 men and women and children, okay? Verse 14, because he has set his love upon me, therefore would I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. Isn't that beautiful? Verse 15, he shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. Woo! You know, this only what Yahushua can do. No other living being can do that for us. Okay? I want to go now to Isaiah 54. I was trying to keep it short, but sometimes the Spirit, you know, can do that to you. Verse 17, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh Shai, and their righteousness is of me. Woo! Said Yahweh, which is the Father. Right? Want to go to Psalm 34, verse 7. The angels of Yahweh encamp around about them that fear him and deliver them. Woo! You know, this second shutdown, we're going to turn into pilgrims real quick, right? And they're going to stop us, at least they're going to try with technology, not to leave the city, right? But unfortunately, there ain't going to be nothing in the city, right? Verse 18. Yahweh Shai is near unto them that are of a broken heart and mind, and save such as be of a contrary spirit. Woo! Verse 22. Yahweh redeems the souls of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate. So, you know, they want us to do the things of this world that was done in the past, and they want to show, see, look how it worked in the past, but this time, if we do it global, right? Surely it's going to work, or it's going to be more of our people. No, the world's still going to turn to one world government of the wicked. They're leaving that out, right? The wicked, the Edomites, have to be removed from power permanently. You see? So nobody around the world can do that. Only Yahweh Shai is what I'm saying. Okay? So I'll leave it with 1 Peter. Give me a minute. Thanks for your patience. 1 Peter chapter 5. I'll start with verse 7. Cast all your care upon him, for he cares for you. Right? Nobody cares about us in this wicked world. Right? Remember, nothing that the lady and this man, when he's talking, what they're leaving out, which is very important, is Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. That's how come the wicked have to be removed from the face of the earth. Okay? So the protesting is not the solution. Verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, right, the devil, as a roaring lion, walks about seeking whom he may devour, right? And he's going to try every trick, right, every deception in the book worldwide, okay, to do that, to make that happen, right? You don't like what the orange man said? I saw, I think it was on YouTube or TikTok. If you don't like America, leave. Of course. Anywhere you're going to go, they're still going to be using the digital ID, right? Verse 9. Whom resist stand fast in the faith, right? Knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. So we do have the solution and the remedy in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, right? So I leave it with verse 6. Humble yourselves, right? Therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh, that he may exhort you in due time. Wait for his son Yahweh Shai, right? Praise Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Call on his name, right? With long suffering. He will come, right? Even if we're going to be beheaded, which some of us are going to be beheaded, right? But when he comes back, he's still going to raise us from the dead, right? And crown us for standing in his name, not in the unity of this wicked world. You see? So I hope that this was edifying. And with that, I'll say, Shalom.